going on, guys? It's your boy Booney, Backwoods Customs, and we are back at it again today on the 5.7 liter Hemi all-wheel drive 300C. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to start with the valve cover gaskets, and I'll show you here what to look for. So I smell and see oil coming from the engine bay. So if you look right there, you can see the darkness. It's moist right there behind the EGR valve. I don't know if you can see it, but right over here you can really tell that we got something going on. And if these are leaking, it's going right down onto the exhaust manifolds. If you look, it's actually leaking back there at the coil pack and right down there. So definitely needs to get done. So we're gonna get at it. All right, guys, so this box is kind of in the way, so I already loosened this clamp. We're just gonna go ahead and get this slid out of the way. And this box is kind of weird, but you just like make these come out of there. I don't know why they made it so hard. That I remember seeing that when we did the training and stuff, so I need to get the part number off this hose and order that, or just go to the parts store, get one in that size. Inspect the air filter while you're there, and then let me just loosen this guy up. That way you guys can see a lot better. Just twist the hose up out of the way. You can use a flathead screwdriver or an 8mm or a 5/16, I think. And we'll just set that guy there for now. And this box should just, oh, there's a bolt right there. And voila, she's out of the way. Also, a helpful hint, I always like to stick the bolts back where they go if you can. That way you don't get confused later. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these two 10mm on the coil packs, and I'm just going to flip everything up and onto the intake, and then that should give me access to the valve cover. All right, so you want to be careful with these bolts. If they come out, take them out, because you will lose them. They are supposed to stay in there, but sometimes they just don't want to stay in there, I guess. All right, now here's a good time to consider doing a tune-up as well, which we are going to do, but we're going to do a separate video for that. These are the original Mopar wires. You can see Mopar on them. They feel crusty, like if you touched like 100-year-old like leather, that's what they feel like. So we'll get these popped up, maybe. Oh, like I was saying, these are already marked because they're the factory ones. So if you're going to do anything with the wires, you're going to take them off, mark them, so that way you don't get all confused later. All right, then there's just a couple things on top of the studs. You want to go ahead and get them off. Maybe. Or maybe just lay them on there and forget you're doing the job. Whatever. And then these are grounds. These are very important. I actually had a Grand Cherokee that had a problem, and these grounds were it. All right, so you have to get this surface clean right here with a scraper, razor blade, brake clean, whatever you got to do. But we're gonna go over here and look at, I want to see how bad these gaskets actually are. Oh yeah, that's just like straight up hard plastic. Hey look, he has his screwdriver. Stick your screwdriver under there and pry the corner of that up. No, pry up. Here, hold the camera. Show you, learn you something.
It's on there good.
Huh?
It's on there good.
No, it's not on there at all. It's just hard plastic. You just gotta get this one corner up. Look, see how that all broke like that?
Can I peel it off?
Is that coming up in the camera? See that? That is not good. I don't think you can get that close. So yeah, this is definitely need to be changed.
This is the rubbery piece, right?
Yeah, this is supposed to be rubber.
It's not very rubbery. What about these?
Yeah, those got to come out too. Those are for to seal the top of the spark plug tubes. Gorilla hands.
You can pull me outside.
Oh my! Look at that. That's not what it's supposed to look like, guys. We'll show you what it's supposed to look like. Watch your fingers when you're pushing like that with a screwdriver. Don't put your hand there either. That slips is going. It'll go in your hand. Trust me.
I didn't say it wouldn't.
I've had screwdrivers in my hand before. Well, I think I feel confident where our oil leak was coming from. All right. I just want to look at something real quick, because these are replaceable too. There's little grommet bushings there, but they all look to be in good shape, so I think we're okay there. They're still rubbery. So now what you want to do is just get you some brake clean. All right, so what you want to do is you can clean out the valve cover if you want to. It's actually pretty clean. I'm not really going to worry about it. So you just want to get in this groove right here, and that's what you really want to concentrate on. And what you want to do is get yourself a screwdriver, put it in like that. Oops, I have that way too thick to do that. There we go. And then wha-bam. See, look at all that. You want to get it as clean as you can. A man once told me, just get it as clean as you can, it'll be all right. So that's what I've done, and usually works for me. And then once you agitate it with a screwdriver, just kind of wad it up a little bit like you have a nose running or something, and just go right through there and get all that out. As you can see, you're still getting some dirt out of there. You especially want to make sure you don't have any plastic chunks in there, especially when it breaks up like mine. All right, that's pretty good, I think. All right, good enough for who it's for. So now we got to go over to the engine and get that surface clean as well. So you just want to hose some brake clean on there. I mean, get it all over the electronics and everything. And you just want to get that. See, you can wipe it off, and that's where the gasket is going to be. That's the important part. So you can get in here and scrape it if you want, or if you have one of them fancy buffers, you can use that. You can use a razor blade. All right, guys, so you also, when you do the outside, you want to make sure that you do these as well, because this is where the spark plug tube seals are going to go. So same thing, just spray some brake clean in there and wash her on out. And then if you want, like I said, you can clean this up a little bit. You could, I don't really care that much, so. And then you just want to, we got a Felpro gasket set here. I actually got everything from AutoZone. Usually I order it online, but I've been sick lately and I didn't plan properly, so basically we just got the auto parts store. I mean, I got a good deal. If you're gonna buy stuff at online or at an auto parts store, always Google a coupon for where you're buying from. But you can get 5% off of any Rock Auto order, no matter what. I got off of, so these, you want to make sure you put them in right. The skinny part goes down, and you just stick them on in there. And just make sure they're seated. Just go around them a couple times, and as you can see, we'll do a comparison. If you look, boop boop boop. See the difference? Oh, anyway, like I was saying, so I did an order on AutoZone. If I spent $100, I got 20 bucks off, or 20% off, something like that. And then I made another order, because if I ordered, I was at $40 on another order because I forgot some other stuff, and I found $10 off 50. So I just bought an air filter, which was $15, and so I got 10 bucks off. I just ended up spending $5 for the air filter. So when you're shopping around, you can go on these websites and order from them and go pick it up at the store and use a discount code. So just keep that in mind. And then this one, the same thing. You want to kind of lay it out first though, so you know what you're looking at. The skinny part goes down, and so it will be something like that. Just want to get it going and get it in at a couple key spots that, like, I know this has to be here, because I mean it's formed for that. So you want to get those in first, because sometimes these gaskets are a little sloppy. We'll just go around her again a couple times, just make sure she's pushed in. You can see how this is much more pronounced than this flattened gasket is. See how that's flat? So over time, that's what happened. But let's go ahead and throw this guy back on. And you kind of want to do this in a crisscross pattern, just so you don't end up pushing a gasket out or anything like that. So we'll get that. There it is. You just want to get them all started first, that way you know you're at least at the right spot. Alright guys, so like I said, you want to do a crisscross manner. So bam, 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 just kind of like a head gasket. You want to make sure to stick this ground piece back on. And then you want to like pull up on it a little bit to lock it into place. There we go. Alright. Now I also wanted to mention, you can't over tighten these. They're the kind that once they're tight, they're tight. And then all you got to do is just go ahead and flop everything right back into place. Bam, bam. Tighten her all up and you're pretty much good to go. See right there, that oil is because that tube seal was bad. All right, guys, so I showed you the hard side. The other side is just the same thing. It's on the other side. I don't think we need to go through all that. When we're doing it, if we come up with anything interesting, I will throw it in, but it should just be regular plain Jane. So if you like this video, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for weekly content, and we'll see you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.